vehicle killers, he's dead.
Guys, get out of my truck. I'm doing supply runs. Yeah, I know he's a troll. No, Pirate, get out, dude. You're sitting here team killing people.
Oh, that box is there because it's blocking the chat. OPSEC. And until I get good at, like, design to put something pretty in its place. So, like, if I, just for a moment here, let's move over here, and if I hit that, see, there's all of our stuff, and, you know, intel gets posted in there. And while stream sniping is no longer allowed for Twitch, you know, they can ban you your account for stream sniping. You know. When you're playing a game here with, whoops, wrong button. When you're playing a game with, 51 versus 62. When you got 62 people or 51 people on your team, you know, good luck proving who did what. That's a lot of stupid trucks. Oh my god, these people. Okay, we got that, cool, cool, cool. So spawn point. Maybe, but if it's from something else, I don't really want to, I don't want to, whatchamacallit, take something that's possibly copywritten or anything like that, so I'd rather have something, if there's another way to do it, that'd be better. Alright, oh, by the way, this is Foxhole. This is one of the maps. As you can see in the top corner, the game is still in alpha development, or it's still under development. It's pretty solid for right now. I wasn't upset paying for it on Steam, especially when it was on sale. And it has potential. If they do what they want to do, this would be an interesting replacement for me playing Eve. It is, so the style looks World War II, but it's not World War II based, it's not World War I based, it's like alternate reality, sci-fi world, whatever. It's basic, the dev stuff said that they do not want to be like another World War II game, so this is Wardens versus Colonists. There's supposed to be some kind of lore to the game. I haven't looked into it that much yet, I've been just learning how to play. But a lot of the stuff is like World War II inspired.
Smack down that bitch. Thanks, Chinese guy. Be funny. I said, what's up, Chocobo?
You started to a cock. You wanna fight me, dude?
Fuck, man. You've been slayed.
Oh, Jesus, that's a lot.
No, man. like here, please, and I can cover you and attack the enemy.
No, but they're storm rifles now.
Yeah, I finally got to the front line. And I said...
Hey, where's our salvage box?
57 at 265.
Pussy man, I'll show you how you make one.
265.
For God's sake, I'm about to kill someone. Get the fuck out of here with it. I can make one.
5.
But I'm too lazy. I'm currently building a fucking foxhole. Hang on, let me finish this. Yeah, you know, now you know what's up.
Like the box. Never mind, I found a salvage box over here.
You found a goodies box.
Yeah, you guys gotta check the box
Holy
every once in a
shit!
while.
Oh man, I hate when it goes up 10 B, man. No! Wow, it went 10 up again. For fuck's sake.
Oh, I'm out of ammo. Dang it.
Yo, Chocobo, get your ass over here.
Need the money.
Nope, no
I'm
rounds.
commending you.
Okay,
No.
so...
You cheeky cunt.
Ooh.
Oh, went right on the face.
Oh shit! Get the fuck out the way!
So pop the glasses in.
Who's the naughty bad boy who took all the mats?
Grab...
Hi.
Whoops, not all of those.
Oi.
2 of those.
Oi. Yeah, look at that pathetic howitzer, man. Yo, that's like 17th century technology.
Looks very like ours.
Alright, got my storm rifle.
Chocobo!
Yeah,
I'm a fucking god!
so they're dropping howitzer shit.
Damn, I'm walking as fast as I can. I'm walking faster, thank you very much.
Watch. You ready?
Yo, you gonna use it? You can use it, or can I use it?
Yeah, you can use it.
I'll take it.
There you go. Get out of the area, you morons! Go! I'll heal you. Just go. There we go.
Wait, excuse me.
So you still watching Solidus?
Boom. Skid up.
Can you hear me now?
He's coming up. There's someone getting close. We have... There we go. Hang on, let me take out this enemy. Shit.
I turned up the mic volume. Can you hear me now?
Blowing it up. Careful for my racist slurs. Allahu Akbar!
Oh my god.
Get that.
Oh, yeah, this game gets kind of loud. Oh god, oh god. Yeah, so here's the fun part is that it doesn't matter. There's like no
Who needs a
progression
medic?
per se.
Stop crying! There's 100 mets in here, so I'm gonna take that. Take it!
Let's actually turn that volume down a little bit. To there. Maybe that's a little more tolerable. But yeah, here's what's cool about this game is there's no progression. So like guys who have been playing longer don't, you know, like there's a level, but there is no real like benefit to the level. It's just kind of how long you've been here. And your rank is based on commendations that you give to other people. And yeah, basically you can do whatever. You can be a builder, so you can build these defensive lines. Anyone can build them. Anyone can be a medic. Anyone can do heavy arms stuff. Anyone can do support stuff. There's basically people that have to dedicate to doing logistics, running stuff all over the map, because basically that hammer right here, the hammer is the only place that you can refine scrap from like where these screws are into materials that you can use to build any of the structures and most of the weapons and the ammo. And then there's some more advanced stuff to that, but yeah, this is, as an EVE player, I like this, or some of the complexity and the support and stuff that you have to do. You can't, it's not like a one-person hero team or hero game. You actually have to work together. But it's much faster paced. Well, I mean, this battle, I took over doing quartermaster stuff last night in this same fight, and it's been going on for that long. It's just, you know, it takes a while. It's faster than the months-long stuff for EVE, but it's still pretty drawn out for most people's game tastes, I think. That, and you actually have to like work in a team.
No. We built that. Come on, build this.
Does anyone have a wrench?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh wait, hold on, never mind. I see Foxhole's up ahead.
Bad shot? You fucked up.
Back here.
Yeah, I was just making sure that you didn't bleed out along the way.
I appreciate it, but better that we both not.
Yo, you got your reports?
Run away.
Get back, man, get back!
Fucked up.
No, don't get over here. Just go. Just get back. You're gonna get shot. Yeah, that was fun. Good to know. Oh, hey, mortar shells. But since I suck with mortars, let's see, what else can we do? Satchel charges, rifles. Yeah, whole RPG shell. How's it going, Lord of the Realm? Yeah, let's not take the super expensive weapon. Oh, they want me to drive. I don't want to drive. I want to blow stuff up today. I do too much logistics. Put those in there. So what are you guys up to today? I know I saw you playing Left 4 Dead 2 earlier, Solidus. Alright, that's my truck now. Very nice. Alright, let's see, where are we at? Alright, that's close enough. Because these things are like paper. We'll shoot off these mortar rounds and then I get to do the fun job of logistics. That is a lot of trucks over here. List of stuff you want to download, OBS, Audacity, something else.
Your azimuth, and then you can use the mortar. Okay? Okay. I mean, you use the binoculars to see where the target is, right? For the range and azimuth.
Anybody a medic? Medic? Oh, thank you, Zoro.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do closer than that.
Watch it, buddy! Watch it, buddy! Watch it, buddy!
Eight.
Free? You got this? You need a gunner or driver?
Yeah.
Driver's dead. Move.
Driver's dead.
Where's the driver? Yeah, what's up? There was any.
Yeah. The howitzers are the same way. I don't know about the field artillery, but yeah, you've got to get the distance, the azimuth. You got to get all that right. So 61 at 271.
I'm just gonna steal this truck because is this yours?
Don't steal my truck. Don't steal it.
Is this yours?
61.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Wait, never mind. I lost my.
I use it to fetch mortar ammo.
Alright, okay.
Hey, yeah, where's Dark?
Got a few more rounds here.
Oh, was that the bump down?
Alright, looks like we blew that up. Very good. Field arties work the same, however 2 people need to pull it to the front, left guy can turns. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't used that yet. You playing in this Lord of the Realm, or are you just watching right now? And yeah, in either case, this is actually... Alright, that's cool. This is easier if you've got 2 people even doing the mortar, and 1 person can just dedicate to watching and correcting the distance and stuff. 51 at 264. And then the other person just has to worry about reloading and keeping the ammo stock up. 51 at 264. Oops. I think that's it. Yep, I'm out. Yep, blew it up. Good. So they were trying to build some pillboxes like this for defenses and managed to blow them up before they got too far with it. So So now we're gonna go back, find my truck, and we're gonna transfer over to doing some Logi stuff. Yep, this one's mine. Alright. So. Let's take that. Because I'm going to be running Logi for a while, so I don't need those. We'll put them in there. Do we have... Nope, no radios. Okay. To be a Logi driver, you really want to have a radio. It'll help keep the map updated with changes in what's going on. Where are we going first? So let's go... I've just gotten into streaming a little bit more than I have in the past. And it also depends on time zone. Like, normally I'm working right now. Today's one of my days off. And I just started playing Foxhole maybe 3 days ago. Prior to that, I've done a lot of just Eve, Paladins. Haven't played as much League of Legends recently. I should fix that at some point. Yeah, one of my buddies got me into this game, and it's just been a blast. Actually, real quick. Okay. 61, I'll be fine. So I'm at the key. We're gonna get north to... Yeah, latch will be fine. The Stern. So yeah, this game more than other war games I've really enjoyed just because there is that you have to have a logistics group running constantly or you're going to dry up on ammo and stuff and that'll be the end of you. So there is some like mining, which a lot of people hate, as in most games, because it's repetitive and boring and absolutely necessary if you actually want to have, you know, arms and ammunition. I think this is the right turn. Yep. Yeah, when this map started, we were fighting... We started yesterday, I think in the afternoon, and we were just getting demolished early on in the game. It was bad. It was bad. Chapel access, which is where I'm at right now, was almost completely... Or Whitechapel Crossroads was almost completely overrun by colonists, and that was our only fuel supply at the moment, and yeah, that was fun.
That was nice.
Alright, chapel access. You'll see we have a pretty solid defensive line right now of items, which is really nice. Because I was playing a day or two ago and we had some commando guys from the other side just sitting there camping our roads and just blowing up all the supply trucks. It was not a good day. It was not a good day at all. Okay, Whitechapel, good. So while we're here, nope, nothing in there. Cool. I did miss picking up fuel, which I wanted to do, but that's alright.
Hello, good sir.
Alright, whoever's building this is an idiot. Alright, storage box empty, storage box empty, storage box empty. Cool. Get the sledge. This is a part of the game that's like watching paint dry. Alright, so now I've got this scrap. Dump it all off in here and got a tech part, sweet. So many trucks, so much wasted resources just sitting there. If they're not being used, it's like, why did you even build them? Alright, I know there's another one coming up. Where's the other one? Ah, that's that. So at some point the enemy built these howitzers. Don't know how they got here, but they did. truck. Alright, nothing in the storage box. See, if we're gonna do this, we're at least gonna pick stuff up as we go along. Ideally, we'd want to have a couple of people just dedicated to doing this for maybe 10-15 minutes at a time. If we could get organized, if you could get like a guild or a clan or whatever you want to call it together, you could rotate between people, you know. Okay, it's your turn to drive Logi, your turn to gather scrap, your turn to fight at the front lines. Just get everyone kind of, you know, rotated around. But then you'll have like some of those people where they'll jump in and they'll just sit there and hammer away at this stuff for 3 hours because that's what needs to be done. So that gave us a pretty decent haul. Alright, that's better. I feel better about bringing this truck back now. There's a workshop. Shame I can't just access this from here. I should be able to. It gives me like the option to, but then it won't let me. So annoying. One, two, three, four. 1, 2. Whoops. I'm still grabbing for my truck. Storage box. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom. Into my truck. Oi, shirt supplier, where do you want the B mats?
I want them here, in the chests.
Hey boys, can I hit your ride?
Yeah, I'll be going down soon.
The stuff is ready. Okay.
Alrighty.
Wait,
I think that's.
There's one slot left, right? How many slots are there left? The real chicken man.
I mean, I got all the stuff that I need, I think. So.
There, how many slots are there?
How many smokes are in here?
No,
there's
how many slots? How many slots left?
Oh, there's 2 slots.
Okay, I give shotgun and buckshots.
That's fine.
I'll care about you.
Where am I at on fuel? 41.
It's 7.60. I see the ammo.
Is it above the 7 point?
Is it? Yeah, this is
7.9.
Yeah, I got. You got the ammo?
Yeah, I got the pot. I got both.
Alright.
Yes, you ready to go?
Alright. You want to get in, Hafo?
Thanks,
you need to
Yeah,
go
we're
to
gonna. We're going to front line.
yeah, Whispering Gulch. Thank you.
What do you need? Where is the tech supplies going? Because I got a couple of those.
I have no idea. I think it's for the Whitechapel factory.
The vehicle factory, then? Okay.
Okay, wait. Can you check the Crackstown, Crackstown,
The workshop?
no, yeah, the workshop. Can you see what level it is?
Alright, cool. And then, do you want me to make a run of something?
Yeah, I need a lot of that stuff over there to go to here. I need a lot of that stuff. I need like binos, radios, binoculars, radios, bayonets, gas masks.
And we want that all to go straight to the front?
Yep. It all needs to go to the ledge or the Whispering Gulch.
See, back when I was doing this yesterday, we had 6 boxes here and 3 boxes up over in by where Shirt Supplier is, and nothing else over there. This wall wasn't there.
Can you follow me, please? I got some nice stuff in this and this one, but I don't want to give it for free because I think people are gonna waste it. You see the sticky bombs and the RPG shells, I mean.
Yeah, they can get by without some of that stuff for right now, I think.
It's not needed now?
I don't know if they do or not, but you know what? They can make do with some of the easier to make stuff for the moment.
Yeah. Maybe just needed if people get tanks or something, the enemy. Yep.
Alright.
Oh no, listen. It was there. I started QMing for like 2 hours now, but it was already there. It was already there. That stuff. I thought maybe it just stayed there, maybe for surprise or so. I don't know.
What do you mean, my thoughts? Like on how this guy's doing? Let's bring a couple of these. SMG will go over nicely. QMing in general. So, coming out of playing like Planet Side, where it's nice to have people who are kind of competent and in charge, with the platoon structure and stuff like that. So, I like the idea of the QM in that you should probably have someone kind of directing the flow of resources. It makes things go a lot more efficiently, especially when you're dealing with the tech parts. Properly leveling factories to get the right materials and stuff like that, I think it's a necessity. Now, some people are better at it than others, and in general, there's always going to be an issue with like it's cat herding. It's herding cats. Now, when you get people who like to gather resources, you get people who like to drive, and then you get people who like to fight, and they're all on the same team. At the same time, it makes life so much easier to do that. but otherwise it's kind of useless when like no one wants to do anything. QMD. I've done QMing the last couple days. I almost thought he was going to make me take over doing it now. Why are people playing scrap in boxes? Oh my god. Okay, a thing of radios. We'll take 2 things of radios. What do you think about it, Lord? Scrap is used to rebuild. It could be, but you would think that someone would have gone, oh look, scrap, let me go take what's left now and alright, what do we got in here? Do we have fuel? No, of course we don't have fuel. Don't have radios and don't have building supplies. Okay. Well, I understand the idea of letting people do what they think is fun, because you know that, the entire point of the game is to have fun. The problem comes when the other one team is organized, the other team is not organized, and then you wind up having so, and I got no problem against people doing their own thing, but the issue comes when, if like this type of game is geared towards cooperation, and if you're not cooperating, you're not gonna have fun because you're gonna get demolished every single time, even if you have superior numbers. There has to be a degree of working together. Now, that being said, you're never going to get everyone to do that. You're always going to get people who want to do their thing, and that's fine. As a quartermaster, you have to take into account that people are going to do their own thing, and that they're going to go gather their own supplies, build their own stuff, and that's cool. What that then means is that the people who want to work together and work with the quartermaster need to have a good back and forth, which is where I think a lot of them should be on voice comms outside of the game, to coordinate, hey, here's what's in our forward operating base, here's what we need, here's what randoms are bringing to the fight. So if randoms are building a bunch of rifle ammo, that means that the quartermaster doesn't have to, and that the quartermaster then shouldn't. So the quartermaster is good for people who want to like work together, and you just add in that role, you have to understand that other people are going to be doing stuff on their own, and you can't stop them because it's a game. Get over it. But if you take that into account, you can just use it to your advantage. Okay, they're going to build stuff, which means they're not going to be taking other resources, or they're going to be adding resources to one spot or another spot, and then I don't have to worry about that as much. I'm not familiar with the PTE. See, and that might be one of the reasons that I worked well with some of these people, is that crud. But I'm more laid back because I'm still trying to learn this game. I get that other people are going to do their own thing. It's kind of like Eve was really good for teaching me about, you know, guess what? Not everyone's going to do what you want them to do. Suck it up, you know. You make do with what you got. You incentivize as much as you can. But at the end of the day, people are going to play the game that's most fun for them. Which is WC? Is that a map or is that a different game? Or are you talking about Whitechapel? Oh, World Conquest. I jumped into it a little bit, but it was low population when I jumped in. And the other time I jumped in, there were like super organized guys who knew exactly what they were going to do, and I really didn't fit into that plan. So I did not have a good time with it. I like the concept. The concept screams to me of like PlanetSide 2, where you have just massive maps that you can go back and forth on, and I think it's a really awesome thing. So let's build. Alright, let's get a bunch of binoculars built. Screen to a halt. And so, Solidus, if you're still watching, World Conquest is basically what you see right here. But each campaign, each war campaign, is made up of 9 maps. And in World Conquest, you can just walk from map to map, whereas here you have to win each map one at a time. So, World Conquest is going to be the next level. Okay. We'll just deal. Oh. 5 doesn't encumber me, which means... Yeah, so imagine, Solidus, being able to see this map, and you see how large this particular map is. Now imagine 9 of them all linked. And yeah. And then they're going to add stuff like rockets, where you can build a rocket launch pad in one area and shoot it at any other area, which is going to be awesome. And there will be a launch notification, so that the opposing team can try and blow up the rocket launch before it goes off. But it'll basically wipe out any, like all these little defenses that you see here. If they're all clustered together, it's just going to wipe them all out. Oh, that's what I was going to do over here. I was going to come up here. Jump out real quick. Nope, no radios. Okay. But my map intelligence got updated. Okay.
Thank you, kind sir.
Thank you very much, man. Or woman.
The most important, it depends on what you're doing. If you're front line, you need a good gun. If you're doing logistics, you need to have your radio. If you're a medic, you need your med kit. I think if you're doing medic, you actually need the trauma kit less than you need the medical kit, because basically if they get mortally wounded to where they are down, odds are pretty good that you're not going to get them back up. But yeah, there is no singular most important item. It depends on what role you're trying to fulfill. If you're trying to direct frontline operations, which I don't know, I haven't seen people really doing that. But if you wanted to get someone in, like, say, a frontline officer role, they would need binoculars. They'd be able to direct people based on what they're seeing the enemy do, and then they would be a good candidate for calling, like, howitzer shots and mortar rounds and stuff like that. Another important thing, I think, for Logi, so it depends on how the fight's going, where you're at in the game. Early in the game, I would think that having wrenches for combat, pistol for Logi. Yeah, Logi needs to have some way to defend themselves, some kind of pistol. Whether I hear the revolver's pretty good, but you may not want to spend the materials making it. The wrench I've not utilized enough. I can see how it would be, because you can use it to steal vehicles, take down barbed wire. I don't know what it's used for outside of that. I will have to start carrying a wrench around. Are wrenches consumable, or do they stick around like the hammer? I may have tracking. Noted. Oops.
Yay! Why would you do that?
Oh, because I didn't realize that they were fighting right here.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
I thought I was farther south. Oh, that's what I get for talking at the same time. That's fine. That was my fault. I didn't pay attention to where I was on the map. I wanted to be going down here. Ah, well. Yeah, have fun. I don't blame you for checking out another stream. This is about to be the boring part. Unless this truck is unlocked. Please let this truck be unlocked. No. I should have just ran into the line of fire and put me out of my misery. So what do you think, Solid is? Hello to your wife as well. Yeah, and this is still alpha. I mean, it's not a full release yet. There are things I like about this. This part I don't care for, but this is kind of the penalty for not paying attention, or you screw up and you pay for it. Kind of like Eve. Oh, and here's another thing. This is structure decay. Over time, the structures decay and fall down, and you can go up to them and repair them. See, this is at, if you look in the bottom corner, it's at 18%. That's to help break stalemates, especially if there aren't a ton of people. Which some people argue isn't a necessary thing anymore. Yeah, the only problem is like it takes forever to build if you're just one person. If you have like 5 people building a structure, it goes by pretty quick. But if it's just you, it takes forever, and then in 2 days, it's gone. So it's nice and it sucks at the same time. Be unlocked, be unlocked, be unlocked, be unlocked, and have fuel. No, there's no fuel. Ah, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. And there's no nearby fuel spots. Great. Well, now I know why that truck was abandoned. I'm acting like the mailman. Neither rain, nor snow, nor painfully long distance. Oh, so they moved up the forward operating base. Yeah, there's still some things I can't get used to, like I can't change the camera distance. Like I can look around and everything. That's all fine, but I can't zoom in, can't zoom out. Trees growing through. And that's running dry. But my map intelligence is updated. And so you can see this is all fading because we haven't got a good scan on the enemy detail. So these tanks are actually harvestable. They give you a different thing from scrap, which you can refine into refined materials, which is then used for reinforcing structures for the most part. I think it's used in some other stuff as well, like vehicle production, but... Where's Gulch? Okay, so Gulch is where I'm at. Again, no fuel. I might just go back to shooting stuff if there's ammo. Oh, and the other fun thing is, so if you saw earlier, I put some binoculars on to cook. So because of how long has passed, those should actually be done. And because I haven't been back to claim them, it should just dump them into... Oh, thank God. It should just dump them straight into the inventory. Alright, where is that? Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And let's just dump all of... Submit all that to stockpile. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Submit to stock. Okay, I still have my hammer. Oops. That's a vehicle factory. Alright, 47. 7. So this is sulfur. This is used to make explosive materials, which is used in the production of certain like the RPGs, the howitzer shells, a lot of the explosive stuff. And since they keep whining for that on the front lines, this is what we're going to bring them. Or we're going to bring this back so that we can produce stuff with it. Well, I mean, like here, the key, the stern, the latch, stock approach, overlook hill, scathe passing, lock and berth, Whitechapel. Yeah. Did you tell her that I got shot up in one? That's the other thing. It doesn't take much to disable these things. A couple shots from even a handgun can make your day very unhappy. Alright, where am I? I am down here. Okay. Oh, wrong side. Yeah, there's a site I think I'm gonna toss some money at, and they give you the proper licensing to use artists' music, and artists can sign up on there and collect the royalties from their music and stuff like that. I forget the name of the site off the top of my head, but that's something I'm looking into a little bit further down the road, because I'm trying to do more videos on the YouTube, and some of the videos, like if I do mission running in Eve, it's not very good if like I'm not talking like this to someone. So I need to get music that I can pop onto my channels without getting copyright infractions, and have something for people to listen to. And the same thing with here, because they'll shut down your audio from your stream if you are playing copywritten stuff in the background. Whitechapel Crossroads. Let's see, I mined that one out. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't really feel like dealing with that. Alright, so we're going to come over here, we're going to repair this a little bit. We're gonna try and repair this. The game's not gonna like me trying to repair that. Oh snap! My fuel's still here. Yay! Well, at least some fuel's still here. So we'll pop that in, pop this out. And we'll leave that for the next person. Well, actually, just because then if I'm in a rush later on. Yeah, and I found that annoying when they hit the playbacks too, because like they'll be talking about something good and all of a sudden it goes silent, and I'm like, oh come on. Alright, that's enough of that. While playing Lego Dimensions. Alright, so there's 200 gas in there. Cool. Yeah, I bet it did. Was it because of the in-game music, or was it for something else you were playing? Oh, yeah, that would annoy me too. Oh, sweet, someone was mining. So this is the annoying but necessary part of this game. Yep. Well, most of that stuff's done automated anyway, so they don't even pay attention. They don't care. Where's J9? J9. 9. Oh. Okay. We spin around the corners. We spin around the corners. I haven't seen that. I've seen people get run over. But it is a good question. You would think that at the speeds that we're traveling at sometimes.
Yo. Ella, how do you speak your name? Sorry, I'm not English. I don't know how to say that.
Elarch.
Elarch. Elarch?
Yep, that works.
Okay, very fine. Okay, do you like to be a lorry driver? Or do you want to be something else?
I'll run some stuff down.
Okay. Yeah, we need to some, why are there refined materials here? I don't understand it. It needs to go to the front, mate. Yeah, it really needs, because I don't need it here.
Oh, the refined materials?
Yeah, I don't need it here. It's here. Look how many. I don't need that here, man. I need. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm out of B-mats. Oh no, you brought some in.
Yeah, I brought you some B-mats.
Thanks.
I'm keeping some myself to go make some shirts.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and that guy right there was fulfilling the role of quartermaster, which again is not a real position. It's a player-dictated one that we were talking about earlier. I think that once this game gets out there and develops, or once we get like a bunch of EVE players, or people who really like the wargame stuff, I honestly could see having a quartermaster, having a commander, and having a bunch of frontline commanders, and having an actual hierarchy of, okay, here's our overarching strategy, okay, you're in charge of making sure the overarching strategy is done, you know, supply wise, and then people in the front who are like responsible and competent, being able to manage, you know, calling targets, calling strategies, and at the same time properly assessing what their stock levels are at. Let's take these 3. Supply station. I can only do 1, 2, 3. We're gonna take these 40. So these they're called soldier supplies, but everyone just calls them shirts because they look like a pile of shirts. Those are what allow you to spawn in at the forward bases. If you don't have those at the forward bases, you can only be at the HQ, which you can imagine, you know. Here's our HQ up in 2H, and here's our front line down in 14G, and yeah. Yeah, making that run every single time would not be pleasant. Yeah, it's a fairly decent sized map. It's not until you actually start running it that you realize just how big this map actually is. Which is why, like, logistics is important. That's why having oh god, I forgot to grab some radios. I need to get some radios. The radio will let me know updates to intelligence, so like if enemies are busting through, I can see them on the map, but only if I have a radio. So let's get out. Map intelligence has been updated. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed for a game that's not fully released. And it's not as buggy as I thought it'd be. Wait, let's make sure I know where I am this time. Okay. I'm in the latch. We're not gonna turn that way this time. We're gonna go this way. Yeah, this is the way I want to go this time. Not towards the enemy gunfighter. And actually that grid system, I'm told, is actually new. The guy who got me into this, he's like, oh my god, this grid system, this is great now. Because now you can actually call out each, you know, it's number by letter, and then each one of those grids is broken up into a 1x9 square. So, you know, you can call out 14G2, and that's a very specific location. Okay. We're almost at the key. Now right now you can't really have more than, I think, like 200 something, or 120. Somewhere between 120 and 200 people, I think, on a server. It's like 60-60. The company, in their dev releases and stuff, plan on having more. Being able to have larger battles, they want to see that. But their hardware doesn't currently allow it right now. And they would also like to do something like how EVE has a single server. They would like to do that potentially as something. So I think that's cool, the idea of having you know, just every person who plays the game in the same spot. So, or in the same world, fighting together and against each other. I think that'd be awesome. Have Hey, Faded. Yeah, this is it's an interesting game. It's
You
definitely.
bring cheese?
Oh, there we go. I can finally get a radio.
HEs are on the way, I believe. 300 of them. No, don't put the never put mats in a FOB, put them in the box. Oh, hey, Elarch, how's it going?
Oh, it's going. You just think the walls are too much? I kind of like it because it forces, you can force urban fighting. Oh god, I forgot. I was gonna... What do we need down here? Where am I at? 14G.
Can I have a medic here, please? I'm a little injured.
There's no point in fucking rebuilding. You dude. No problem.
And right now, I am typing out what we need for the quartermaster so he can start cooking stuff. Okay. That was a nice little paragraph. Hopefully he reads it before everyone else starts whining. And the oh, I think Faded's gone. Oh, hey, there's actually the world map. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they just released some information about this 9th map up here. Alright, where am I? Yeah, I've been playing just a few days. Like 3-4 days maybe. I mean, some of the walls are upgraded walls, some of them aren't. I mean, if you're gonna just let the pure aesthetics, you know, dictate for you, hey, that's your call. I like them because you can actually then build your own bases and you can build your own, you know, networks of death traps and stuff like that. And it makes things like shotguns useful in close quarters, because otherwise if the entire game is just like these fences and wide open fields, shotguns are useless. And the actual towns that exist aren't they aren't crowded enough to be real urban environments. They're not crowded enough though. And the towns are really small by comparison to the rest of the map. At least in my opinion. Well, walls force you to change up your tactics. You want to talk about unattackable, go try and take on a Keepstar in EVE Online with just, you know, a frigate fleet. That's never going to work out. The walls here just really force you to think about how you're doing things and force you to either reassess how you're pushing or force you to upgrade and bring up the supplies to make it so that you can breach those walls. But again, that's my opinion, and I enjoy like grand strategy kind of stuff. I like I like FPSs. I like, you know, the actual in the trenches fighting and stuff like that, but I also enjoy trying to figure out that grand strategy of, oh, they've built walls here, here, and here, or they've entrenched themselves here, here, and here. How do we get around that? And I'm sure plenty of people will disagree with me.
Sorry, bud.
Not a problem.
Just need some fuel for my vehicle.
But even then, I'd also say that it's not the walls that make it totally unattackable. It's when you have those super large networks of foxholes and pillboxes and that kind of stuff. If AI was BT spammable. Maybe, but the walls don't bother me. I don't know that it would be better with that without, because the trench lines, you can take them out. They may be a nuisance, but you can deal with them just like you can deal with the walls. You just have to think about what your strategy is going to be to deal with those things. Okay, tech parts joy. Yeah, I saw that too. It's in the dev blog, and it has to do with their world conquest thing, which is basically taking. Hang on a second. Let me put this stuff all in here. The idea is that they're going to take. So this is one map in the campaign for the war. You know, this is one region map. They want to take. What was the button I hit? There we go. They want to take all 9 maps. So there's a map that's going to be up in here. There's Callahan's Passage, Weather's Pass, you know, da-da-da-da-da. We're up here right now. In the World War I, or whatever they're calling it off the top, I can't remember off the top of my head. All of these, you'll be able to walk into any one of them. You can spawn in one spot, and then you can like drive a truck all the way through to the rest of them. The rockets are going to be able to be built and hit any one of the maps. And so there's going to be like there's going to require people being out there providing coordinates, and launch codes have to be entered, and like 3 people have to enter launch codes. And then there's going to be a notification so that the enemies can try and get a large fighting force over to stop the rocket from going off. And if it does go off, basically those little stalemates that we've been seeing, all of those defenses are just going to, like, all of this stuff would get wiped out in one shot. So if you have like your mechanized and your infantry ready to go right behind that rocket hitting, you can really open up the map quickly, in theory. What I find cool is that you have to scout out the positions, you have to provide the actual coordinates, players have to provide the launch codes. It's not going to be something that's just like, you know, it's not going to be a simple thing. There's going to be effort and planning and work that has to go into getting that going. Myself personally, I want to see the larger maps. I want to see more players allowed in a single server. But that's because I come from playing like PlanetSide 2 and EVE Online, where I'm used to these massive groups of people fighting in massive numbers. Outside of that, I don't really know, because I haven't seen what causes the issues at this point yet.
I was putting landmines there. I am not stupid. He's still, the landmines are still there. He's a stupid idiot. Sorry, man. Well, I don't want. Yeah, never mind.
Shotguns, SMGs, boom, boom, boom. Rifles, rifles. Boom.
Hello, my friends. Do you need something?
No, just send email.
Oh, thanks, mate. Are you fully a truck, Elarch?
I'm putting stuff in it. I need to leave 3 slots open for shirts, so that I've got 3 more empty spaces still.
Okay.
Do you want me to put an order in for HE grenades, or are you just good dealing with that stuff?
Get some sulfur. I'm gonna try and make it Howie shells.
Wait. Back on right there.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna make a trip or two, but then I'll head down.
Yep.
I'm not sure what you face.
MLRS.
Hey, Shirt, do you have any HE grenades?
Yes, we are. The HA grenades are making by the lads. The ledge is making mass production of AGs, man. I don't make them anymore. You need to go there if you want.
AGs and smokes are getting produced out of the ledge, guys.
The ledge is making mass production of AGs.
Okay.
This is only for explosive mats and stuff like RPGs.
Yes. Yes.
Watch yourself, dude. Yeah, if you need to build anything else, take a chance for that, guys.
Hello?
Hey, I'm grabbing some shirts and then I'm heading down to the front line if that's where you're heading. I really don't like that little tunnel system thing is right there. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make this delivery and call it a night. Hey, the sulfur's starting to respawn. I know I was reading comments, there's things where people are like, we want to be able to build railroad tracks and be able to move troops quickly and stuff like that, which I think would be interesting. Really got to look at how the game balance works out to see what's viable and what's not. There's that empty truck.
Bar style charge, where we just move up without smoke, toss a billion HEs on
You have to be mats? I need some. I just need a little bit.
I only got a couple, homie. I only put like I can only give you like 10 or something. I only got 20.
I need a lot more than that.
There you go. I put them in the box.
These sandbags are in the way anyway.
Roger, you got any B mats?
Yeah, I need B mats. I'm desperate.
I need B mats.
No, we don't need our mats. We need B mats.
We got 20 smoke grenades.
Oh, fuck me, man. We need those.
No, sir. Next trip.
Alright, I'm heading out. Thanks for watching, guys.
I got some.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting game. Have a good one.